How are we doing, future Joshua? How are we doing? Hopefully good, and hopefully we've got the glitch out the way for tonight. Yes, we are working. Okay. Hello, friends. Hello, good evening. I hope you've had a wonderful day, whatever you've been up to, wherever you might be. I hope it's been awesome. We are back here in Morrowind again. Right, so when we first started playing this, in fact, until a few Morrowind streams ago, I would always set it up so that I'd have a pre-stream. Where is it? Pre-stream. Here we go. And it would be like set up in our shack for continuity, right? And also because it's kind of cozy. We have not done that for, what's that, nearly 10 days? Because we've been in the thick of it. And we are carrying on straight from where we left off, wherever that might be. From what I remember, we're done with the Shalaku camp. And we got to head on back to Balmora.
So good to see.
And I didn't because I don't know where Caius is going to send us next. I didn't know what to call the stream, so we've just gone for beginner versus vanilla Morrowind because that is what I'm doing. Although I think, oh yeah, there we go. Just checking that is indeed. That was the title, at least, of the first one that went for like 5 minutes and then died. Right. So, where do we go first? We're going to have to use... Gonna have to head on back to good old Nissus. If we can not fail. Here we go. Now we're going to head on back to Nissus, which we haven't properly explored. I'm sure there's a bunch of quests here. There's probably a Mage's Guild or a Fighter's Guild, which is going to mean quests with them. But we are here purely for the Silt Strider, which is over here. And if I'm remembering right, this dude can take us all the way to Seydanine in one trip, which would be incredibly helpful if that is the case. We did join. What are we? I think that our title is Clan Friend. I don't know if we've. I thought we'd actually be like joining. I don't think we ended up joining, but we just got accepted. Oh, and it's pissing down. Welcome back to Seydanine. Well, I mean, we've got a bunch of loot, right? Yeah. So what I should do, considering we are literally here in Seydanine, is drop off all our loot. But I want to know where we're headed, so we're going to go speak to Caius. Oh god, it's pissing down here in Balmora too. And thunder, I guess. Okay, so let's try and find a way to where he is in the dark. So I posted a bunch of clips today on YouTube, and I went through 2 streams, and then I was going through the third one, which was, I think, the second time we played the Avatar game. And holy shit, the screen is so pixelated. And I've checked all my settings and everything, and I am outputting at 1080p at the highest bit rate, which is, I want to say 6,000 Oh no, we don't want to break in, crumbs. I'm automatically going to the alchemist. No, that is not where we're going. We've got to go this way, I think. I think it's because it doesn't happen as often when we play Morrowind. And I don't know if that's because this is so old that it's not drawing on a lot of the resources from the Xbox, leaving it free to focus on streaming. Because I've been reading a lot about it today. It's one of those things that unless I have a spare grand, which I don't, to buy a fancy PC and a capture card, there's nothing I can do. I don't want to talk about Dagoth. Leave us alone. But one of the things I read, it explained it quite well, and it makes a lot of sense. I don't know how accurate it is, because streaming directly from Xbox is such a low priority for them. Oh shit, I thought it was round here. But this person was explaining it and said that, like, modern games are designed to basically use all of the resources in the current gen of console, right? That they're built to get the most out of the machine. And that's all well and good, but what I want to do as a streamer is maybe have the game perform worse for me, but prioritize the constant upload of the stream. Which makes sense because older games that aren't so taxing, it doesn't seem to happen as often, but I don't know. It seems to always be, when it comes to me making, I can't see a thing. When it comes to me making clips, it seems to always happen when I'm it's never like just before or just after a really cool moment or like a point I'm trying to make or something. It's always right in the middle. So, I don't know. I did buy a lottery ticket, which I haven't for a while. Predictably, we didn't win. I mean, I'm pretty sure I would have mentioned that. Okay, well, we found where we're headed. By the way, I've noticed I say this. I tend to say we. I don't know if anyone has noticed that. I only noticed it the other day. Again, when I'm going through clips and I'm listening to like all the bits where I'm really talkative. And I tend to, when I'm streaming, I tend to say we. I mean me, but I'm saying we to mean like the stream. I don't know if that makes sense. Just to, if anyone's ever heard me say, like, when I should say I, and I've said we, it's, there's not some really JB law there that you're missing or anything. I'm sure maybe no one's noticed it, but it's one of those things that I try not to. The only way I can stream, right? I've spoken about this before. Maybe not for a while because it was more in my mind when I was starting. Hang on. Let's speak to Caius. Here we go. You've spoken with Sulmatul and Nabani Mesa, and from what they say, it sounds like you could really be the Nerevarine. That's just incredible. But I'll have to get used to the idea. Let me try to get word to Meramilo. Maybe she can find out whether the dissident priests have any lost prophecies. But in the meantime, I have a very tough assignment for you. Do you think you're ready? Okay. Yeah, so the only way that I can get my head around streaming is by getting ready and everything, and then just doing it, right? And I'm sure it's probably not great because I'm just rambling away for hours at a time. But if I think too much about what I'm doing or what I'm saying, then the anxiety kicks in, and then it's like the anxious spiral starts sucking me in. And before you know it, it's happened a few times. I've got stuck in the anxious spiral, and then I've ended up. Forgot I had to unmute myself. I sat here like muted, trying to psych myself up to like carry on. So the only way I can do it is just by trying not to think so much. I'm sure that makes me come across very scatterbrained. I don't know. And I know I cringe when I when I have to do the subtitles and every other word is or like, and then I have to write a subtitle where I'm stuttering. Like that shit is that is not ideal. But I will take that. I've accepted that, because if I do that, I can still stream every day. If I think too much and get all freaked out, that's when we'll be going back to not streaming every day. And I really don't want to do that. So you get like a stream of consciousness. Case in point, I forgot why I brought that up in the first place. I don't know. Right. Nabani may probably need to put my normal playlist on, to be honest. Normally when I'm streaming, if I have music in the background, I have stuff without lyrics, because that shit is distracting. Okay, we're back. We're back. It's a bit too loud though. That's too quiet. Yeah, so the dissident priests, I know the wise woman at the Ursulaku camp was talking about them and saying that they, she was trying to give us some tests, but she was saying that there's a bunch that have been lost to history. But maybe the dissident priests might know. So now Caius is telling us to go there. I'm guessing that's where we're headed. A very tough assignment. Let's see, shall we? I'm willing but cautious, or I mean willing but cautious. Yeah, good. Cautious is smart. I'm going to give you the mission, but I'm going to give you 400 drakes. Wait, I mean, that sounds like a good thing. He's saying that like it's, we're going to give you the mission, but we're only going to give you, like, petrol money. 400 drakes to get to wherever we're going. That's a lot more than petrol money. Before you head out, make sure you outfit yourself with healing potions, new gear, a little training, whatever you think you need most. And if you get in trouble, back off, rest up, and go back fresh. Don't take any chances. I think that, well, I'm a bit concerned that Caius is telling us that it's going to be a tough one. Here, I should probably write this down in the Morrowind notes, which I haven't written anything in for a few streams. Here's your mission. Fort Buckmoth sent a patrol to Narmok, hunting smugglers with Sixth House connections. They found a Sixth House... They found a Sixth House base, a Sixth House... oh, God. A Sixth House shrine, and a Sixth House priest named Dagoth Gares. Speak to Champion Racer Pulia at Fork Buckmoth. She'll tell you about the patrol and the Sixth House base. Jesus, why did they... Couldn't they not just say the base? Your orders. Find the base, kill Dagoth Gares, and bring me a full report on the base. Okay. So I guess we're going to go... Is this... Okay, so... Right, okay, we're going to go on a tangent while I think... Right, so... The way it's worked here in Morrowind, faction-wise, is Caius told us to, like, go get some info from a dude that was in the Mages Guild. Then it was get some info from a dude in the Fighters Guild. Then I think there was one... I think there was another one. But this is kind of sounding like, okay, so we're going to be going to... Is that going to be the Imperial Legion at Fort Buckmoth? Probably. And speak to their leader. And, I mean, we're not telling you to join, but you're literally speaking to the person to whom people join with. So I suppose we will probably join them as well. As of right now, we've done no Fighters Guild quests, but we've joined them. We've joined the Mages Guild and done the first few bullshit ones. And then stopped before we had to go somewhere other than Balmora. There's the Imperial Legion, the Imperial Temple down at Moonmoth, the houses as well. We've never interacted with the houses. And the Thieves Guild. We have not joined the Thieves Guild. So we've really just been exclusively doing the main quest. I hope everyone was kind to themselves, because everyone's worthy of kindness. That's hard for me to get through my head sometimes. Less so now, but it took a long time for me to understand the concept of, like, self-care. Yeah, we don't need a history lesson, Caius. I mean, is he trying to plug his own training there? I don't know. I don't know. Still hasn't put a shirt on. His shirt is literally 2 steps behind him. And we've played, I don't know, 100 hours. And he's still naked. I respect the commitment to the nudist lifestyle. So we are headed to, where is it? Narmok. I don't know where that is. Not. Oh. I mean, okay, so geographically, that's where the Ursulaku... We've never been east of the mountain, but it took us about 5 streams, but we made it all the way right to the north. That's Nissus. This is Aldrune. Oh, Buckmoth. That was it, right? Aldrune. Yeah, Aldrune we've been to. Okay, well, this should be... This fella's... He was making it sound like this is a really tough... I mean, maybe it will be when we get there. Margan... We haven't been... Oh, no, I think we did go there. That's not a city. That's... it's a ruin of a city, I think. Haven't been there. But if we're not actually headed to Narmok, we'll go... Can we get to Aldrune? Aldrune. Was there... I think there's a mages guild there. I don't know about a Silt Strider, but there is defo a mages guild. If anything, it will get us out of the rain. Unfortunately, Aldrune is where the sandstorms are, so... I'm sure in about 2 minutes, I will be longing for the days when we were getting absolutely soaked. I quite like rain. I don't know if it's because I'm in England, so it's sort of... The rain is probably rainy more than it is anything else. I don't mind it. And you have the... What's the smell? Petrichor, I think it's called. Which is the smell before or after rain. And it's really cool. Oh, we got more bloomin' sleepers. It's... I looked it up a long time ago. It's like something evolutionary because we were farmers or something like that. So it was... I can't remember. But it's really cool. It's a really cool smell. I don't know how I would describe it. I've looked. I've tried, like... I think I got a candle once that said it was petrichor, and it wasn't. Oh, well, we have an ad coming up. But, ooh... And thank you. I'm glad to hear it. I wet dust. Yeah. I try to I definitely try and make that the vibe. I don't know. I mean, I'm not really... I think... How do I put it into words? I don't think it's necessarily a deliberate thing. I'm not... Because, like I was talking about earlier, it's just stream of consciousness and completely unfiltered. So whatever vibe the the stream has. It's not something I'm actively deciding to do, if that makes sense. I haven't chosen, for example, to deliberately, I mean, I get freaked out if we're playing horror. I get frustrated if we're playing Dark Souls. I'm not saying that I don't have reactions, because I think everyone does. But I'm not trying to be like I don't know what words you'd use. A boisterous streamer, like a over-exaggerated reactions and shit. I don't know. But I am anyway, I am very glad to hear that, because I feel comfortable talking. I mean, I don't feel comfortable. Comfortable is not the right word, because I'm still hella anxious. But I feel able to just be me, right? And I don't say it explicitly, maybe, but I do hope that's the case for anyone that stops by. So I'm very glad to hear that that's kind of the I don't rate. I maybe I do internally, but I wouldn't do that anyway. If I like dropped my ice cream, I wouldn't like throw something and scream. I'd probably make some kind of shitty comment and sigh quite a bit, but where are we going? We're okay. Engage brain. We're not here at the Mages Guild for fun. Here we go. 8 gold pieces. Perfect. Where do we go? I guess we're just going out, because we're not here. Yeah, okay. I'm overthinking. Unsurprisingly, I'm overthinking this. Ooh. How's it going, Orant? How's life here in Aldrune? I hope it's good. Ooh. Ooh. I don't think we've seen a spell that has 2 effects so far. Damages health and then poisons them. Oof. We are not. Yeah, we're leaving though. That we've spoken to you, I think. Yeah, Aldrune, we've done everything. It's not like Nissus, where we've fast travelled there because it's our only option, and then just made a beeline for the Salt Strider. South to Buckmoth. I guess maybe outside of town. It's not going to be, if it's a fort, it's not going to be here in the town, is it? I wouldn't have thought so. I mean, do we just go as the crow flies? Or do we should probably follow a road? So I'm going to say not that way. So annoyingly, we got to go south, and we can either go east or west. Oh, Buckmoth Legion Fort. Is that it? Did I see something that looked vaguely castle-like over that hill? Do we have to, like, loop around this way, maybe? My sense of direction is saying it's about there. I don't know what that... Ooh, this looks promising. Yes. Perfect, here we go. Okay, well, I think if they ask us to join the Imperial Legion, we will join. We won't do the quests, though. Not yet. I'm going to try and do as many of the factions as we can. But right now, I know if I stop doing the main quest, I'll forget what we're supposed to be doing and why we're doing it. It's going to be in here, right? It's not you. Sugar, what was the person's name? I think it began with an R, and they're the champion of the fort, whatever that means. Is it them, or are they more guards? Are you a generic guard? Yeah. Are you a generic guard? Ooh. Shardy. So I have not kept track of what our level ups have been this level. So we will just have to see when we level up. And then I'll do this. I'll save and then see what it's gonna be, and then we'll just nip and do some training. But right now, I don't know what stats we've improved. What is there something else? It's a bit strange that there's a named NPC with voice acting. Uphold the law of the Empire. Okay, I guess. Praise the glory of the Emperor. Well, I mean, I guess the Emperor did save our lives at the start of the game. Follow the orders of your superiors. Never assault a member of the Legion or steal from another member. Okay. Well, that's the same as all the other factions, really. Garrisons at Fort Pelagiad in, you never would guess, Pelagiad. Hawkmoth Fort in Ebonheart. We haven't been to Ebonheart. Moonmoth in Balmora we have definitely been to. Buckmoth in Aldroon is where we are. And Fort Darius in Nissus. Were we looking to join? Were we looking to join? Oh yeah, hang on. I think we've done this because I've got that written in my Morrowind notes. I'm pretty sure. I remember writing Death's Head Legion. Ooh, a Crusader. Okay, so I don't know that. Yeah, there's nothing. I'm a bit confused. I reckon she might be involved in a quest or something. But we'll go in here and we'll look for the main champion person. I love all the Imperial names. Kakistian Quaspus. They're really like Roman. I don't remember it being. I don't remember them being that Honestly, I don't remember the name. I think they might have simplified the naming of the people. First of all, most people just have a first name. Basically, everyone only has a first name in Skyrim. Oblivion, we started a playthrough of Oblivion Remastered, but I haven't played original Oblivion since it came out. Or since I got it just before Skyrim. So I might be wrong, but I don't think they were all this complex. I know especially I think, is it the Dunmer names? There's one race that the names are drastically different. I think this is the person we got to speak to. I'm Racer Pulia, champion of the Legion garrison here at Buckmoth Legion Fort. And you're Joshua. Caius Casades sent you, didn't he? Caius says you're the one to handle the 6th house base near Narmok. I mean, yeah, that's true. I don't remember why we had to tell him that. We're going to get some more info, maybe. An island fishing village on the Bitter Coast, roughly west of Caldera and Aldrune. We already had it on the map, but okay. Geez, okay, so we've got some more complicated directions. So I am definitely going to have to update the Morrowind notes. Yeah, join Imperial Legion by reaching Death's Head Legion, which needs support at Fort Darius. So many side quests and faction quests, and geez, we've just been only doing the main quest, which is not normally how I play an RPG. I'll do all the side shit and then main quest last. Steve, yeah, Crumbs, who got all that stuff. Yep, that's the Mages Guild bits. Yep, we did that. Okay. Let me delete it. This is saying go meet Caius Casades. Yeah, we've done that. That's a long time ago. Right, so we're going to... Caius told us to go to... How on earth do you spell Narmok? And what are we doing? I don't remember. I don't remember why we're going there. No marked... Okay. At the Nissis Balmora Aldrune signpost, go south, then west, on side road to Drulene's cottage. And that sounds fairly quaint. Then cross country, okay. So we're off-roading it. West to the coast. With Dunmer Stronghold and a Sreth as landmark. Hit coast, then turn south. Okay, wonderful. Well, I will take over-explained directions over under-explained directions. Oh, crumbs. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, there's more. That was only one bit. Okay. Let's get the notes back up, shall we? We got another shipwreck. Skip a lot of that, but keep south with water on left until we see island of Narmok. It's a rough place, popular with adventurers, smugglers, and outlaws. Sounds cool. And why are we looking? Get someone to tell us about the Ilanibi sea caverns. Why are we going into sea caverns? Let's have a look, shall we? Did none of that get saved in our journal? Okay. Shit. Okay, and we have no... Oh, God. What about sea caverns? No. Seen him get angry. Nope. Oh dear. Okay, well, I don't know if there's going to be some different spells maybe here that we haven't come across. I'm guessing nothing better though. It's all the same tier. Yep, none of that's good. I think that might be everyone. Mercantile would be good. Should we do some...
The sun and moon
Move along.
transform day to night, but what transforms the mind? You have my attention.
Hello, Old Qua. How's it going? Oh, you're the Imperial Cult. Yet another faction that we can join. That I think that's the it sounds weird that Imperial Cult. That was like red flag time. But it's just the religion of the whole empire. It is what I called the Imperial Temple. We can join the Imperial Temple and we can join the Dunmer Temple. I don't know if we can do, but it feels like maybe we wouldn't be able to do both. I don't know. How do we leave?
Move along.
Sorry, folks. Predictably, again, we did not start early. The good news is I've been saying that for something like 4 days in a row. So the internal pressure is borderline unbearable at this point. So if I don't do it tomorrow, I will be seriously annoyed at myself. Where do we go now? How do we fast travel? Or do we have to follow those? Oh, crumbs, we're going to have to follow that, aren't we? And we didn't go back and drop all our trash off. Oh dear. Because if I look at the notes, it said something about a shipwreck, which is going to be loot. A Dunmer stronghold. That's more loot. God, I don't know why I'm yawning. It's not even super late yet. So we could go... I'm thinking, honestly, that we should probably go back to Seydanine and drop all our stuff off. Because right now we couldn't take anything heavier than a potion. We wouldn't be able to take. Oh, first cliff racer of the evening. Where's our thunder? There we go. Okie doke. How did we get here? From Aldrune, right? What signpost was it talking about? The Nissis Balmora Aldrune signpost. So is Nissis Balmora Aldrune. So that would be in between all three of them, right? Because that means that there's a signpost for Aldrune, a signpost for Balmora. Oh, hang on then, that's going off. Okay. 1 second, folks. Okay. Let's see if we're back. Well, I guess let's hear if we're back. Yes, we're back. Okie dokie. So.
You want something, friend?
Apparently there's someone here that we have an amulet of divine intervention. We don't think I don't think we have the actual spell itself. And I have been led to believe that there is somebody here at Bucktown, what's it called? Buckmoth, who sells that spell. If that is the case, then we want to nab that before we go, because I don't see us really coming back here. Haven't seen anyone selling spells though, unfortunately. Do we go down into the murder basement? Oh, crumbs, we got a bunch of people. You should probably pay for repairs, right? Ooh, we will take the hammers, though. We will defo take those and probably use all of them up. Okay, I apologise for how this... I'm guessing this is going to sound quite obnoxious. Let's give my thumb a workout. Okay, that's all of them. And we did not even get to our armour. In that case, we just got to pay for it, right? Enjoy the 1,500 gold we've just given you. And he only buys weapons. And we don't have any for you, I'm afraid. Ooh, could give him that. You in the market for that? Don't want to get defo, not that. That one as well, probably. Okay. Well, that's only going to get us... Oh, yeah, we want more, not less. There we go.
The finest spells in town. Yes?
Who said that? Who's got the finest spells in town?
If I ever see that elf,
Not you. Was it you? Here we go. Summon Bone Lord. Hell yes, that's better than the one we've got, which is summon a crappy skeleton. The Bone Lord was really freaky when we fought one. Summon Frost Atronach. We don't have that, so we'll take it. Okay, well, there was no divine intervention there. Unless someone else... God, there's so many trainers down here. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Perfect. That is very good. And we'll take that as well, you know. We'll spend all the money. Now we don't need to worry about potions. Okay. And we're back. I did not realise there was an ad. But you missed us finding the divine intervention spell. So we are now good to turn tail and go the other way. Assuming... Oh, yeah. Can't do that unless we remember. Oh, we got more spells. No. No, okay. So we will... Where are we? I know what we'll do. Well, we'll use it. We'll use it. Failed. Oh, no, it's literally here. Okay. So Divine Intervention, I think, takes us to the nearest Imperial Shrine. In that case, shall we use Almsevi Intervention? This, I think, brings us to the nearest Dunmer Temple, which is here in Aldrune. Wonderful. I thought it would be not here, but that's kind of great. So somewhere over Rainbow is a Silt Strider. Failing that, there should be a Mage's Guild here somewhere. I don't really remember what was here. I know Silt Strider. I know there was, we got some side quests and all sorts of bits, but I know that we did fully explore it. Right, let's go up here. And this fella, can he take us straight to Seydanine? Or is that the person in Nissus? I don't remember. Oh, yeah, okay. So we can go, oh, yeah, we'll go Balmora. We'll go Balmora. We should be able to go fairly cheaply from here straight to Seydanine. Right. Let's see if we can find our way back to the shack. Oh. Okay. What I will check here, because I had the idea, like now, we seem to, whenever we get back here to Seydanine, it seems to always be darkness. So I thought, well, we're dropping all this stuff inside. Maybe we could drop a lantern or something outside, and that would help guide us back to the shack. And if I'm being honest, I completely forgot about it. Because I think we checked here and, yeah. No candles, no lanterns. Nada. Oh well. Let's head back to the shack then, shall we? I think it's this one. Yep. Okay. Welcome to the Hoarder's Paradise. We have filled up all the storage things in here. So we're now just... It started off that I was like, oh yeah, we'll put some candles on the table and, you know, a couple of pairs of shoes down there. Make it feel a bit customized. Now it's purely out of necessity. We've given up on making it look nice. It's just all about freeing up inventory space. Those we can drop in the fire because they're low level, but they are enchanted. So we'll drop that. That's 20. Very nice. We'll drop that for 11. We'll drop that one, which is 20. Where did that one go? iron, silver. Where's the steel one we just dropped? Oh, there we go. Glitching. Oh, no, that... Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Well, we now already have, what, nearly 100, which is absolutely livable with. But considering we're here... I mean, that one looked... Oh, yeah, okay. If you didn't catch the last couple of Morrowind streams, we haven't had new equipment in forever because in this game, the vendors don't stock higher tiers as you level up. Instead, all the vendors stock the same stuff, the same tier, and the only way to get the higher level stuff is as loot in dungeons, which is not, it's not great. It hasn't aged well, because it means that every single swordsmith, blacksmith, armor dealer, everyone is completely pointless after the first few hours. But we've picked up a bunch when we were doing the thing to join the Urshulaku, clearing their dungeon. If we take our robe off, the new stuff we have a glass shield. I mean, look at that. That's worth 20,000 gold alone. We got glass greaves as well. We have an ebony helm, which is 114 damage resistance, compared to what we had before was 34. And that was heavy. That's not like a light armor thing. Our shield, we've got a glass shield, I think, right? Somewhere? Is that classed as... Where's our shield? Oh yeah, we've got a glass shield for 62 rather than 43, which is not a giant upgrade, but it's still something. Especially considering it's lighter. But then we have... You can see it sticking out. In this game, I found out when you equip a robe over the armor, everything's hidden except for extra large pauldrons, aka shoulder pads. So, we only have one side, which looks rather odd. But we've gone from 29 armor to 38, which again, it's only like 10, but it's an improvement. And it looks different, which is the main thing. Right bracer. Okay, so that's an improvement. Right? Light armor. We got boots as well, orcish boots. See, right now we've got a lot of light armor. A lot of light armor. So I kind of think that we should... also have that on, right? And I don't know, is that visible through the robe? I don't know how a... Because they're both the arm things. Oh no, it's the gauntlet. Okay. So we have... It would look alright if they were both on the same arm. But we have the protruding left pauldron there. And it looks like maybe the same applies for the gauntlets. If it's extra large, it's a little bit visible. I mean, a bit. In the case of the pauldron, I don't know. Which, that's going to bother me. Whereas that's under... Yeah, let's just stick with that, shall we? But we can now ditch that, which is good, because it means it won't keep unequipping the bloody amulet. That one. And now we have... Okay, this is what I was going to show you. It's frankly terrible stat-wise, but I wish we could zoom in, because this is terrifying. It's sort of xenomorph queen-like is maybe the thing I'd compare it to. I don't know. Very, very, very freaky. But stat-wise, it's absolutely abysmal. We're going from, what was it, 9 armor rating to 114. Definite no-brainer. And I am reluctant. It's like the Fangboar helm in Dark Souls. We've had this helmet for so long. And I love it. I love the fact that we can still see our character's face. I love that it's it's hardcore, right? Having like a dinosaur skull as your helmet. Oh shit, what was that? Okay, didn't mean to press that. But I can't walk away from the stats of this one. As odd as it might look. So we should probably find somewhere to put that helmet. At this point, it's less about where it would look cool, which is how it started. Now it's about where is there left? I mean, do we just like put it down there? Yeah, that's all right. That kind of works. And then we have, we should probably drop that as well. That is a unenchanted thing, so that will go down here somewhere. Yep, okay, again, that actually kind of works. That we have to give back to the person who gave us the quest. That's someone in Vivek City, I think, whose husband went missing, and we found him. He's a zombie now, or he was until we found him. And the awesome dinosaur skull thing is going to have to go too. Oh, hang on. I think, is this one that protrudes? So this would make us look, I mean, at least we look a little bit more even now. We've got a big thing on each side. I forgot all about these. Yeah, I found these and thought, oh yeah, no, they're a bit weird. Because how does it look if we have... It looks very intimidating. We've gone from looking like a scholar to a certified badass. And I don't know, it kind of works. But that means... So that means we're going to have medium shoulders. We're going to have a heavy helmet. Medium shoulders, boots, chest, light legs, shield, and hands. So heavy armor's the only thing we've spec'd into, and we've only got the one thing, which is not great. Unless we go for... No, that looks weird, though. Yeah, it clips through the thing. I don't mind the pauldrons. They look a bit odd, but they look like they're supposed to be there. Rather than... That's like... Yeah, that's going to annoy me too much. That's going to irritate the hell out of me. So I think we'll go for one of each of these pauldrons. And that's going to be, yeah. That sounds good to me, I think. Right, so let's drop that one. And that one. See what I mean about we're past the point of dropping all this stuff in a way that looks good. We're now just trying to drop the dead weight. Hang on. Put that there. And put that there. In a way that doesn't clip, preferably. That'll do. That'll do. Okay. So we're now at, we've got 114 weight to play with, which is pretty good. So I think we're probably good to try and make our way to Narmak, whatever it was called. We've got, I guess we've got some books. Did we read this one? I don't know if we've read this book. Oh yeah, we read this one. The one where, yeah, we read that one. Can we, is there room to store that one? Hardin the Herbalist. Shall we read this out? Special flora of... See, I should do like a David Attenborough voice. Special flora of Tamriel by Hardin the Herbalist. The poppy in both black and white varieties may be found growing wild in the mountains of Hammerfell. Their succulent pods are often the only nourishment for adventurers who find themselves in the wilderness without rations. It's said that black and white poppies imbibed together have magical properties. When they are crushed and mixed with the milk of the agile-footed mountain goat, the resulting potion allows the user to glide safely above ground. Firefern, a perennial herb, is native to the province of Morrowind. The flowers are inconspicuous and often hidden. The glossy evergreen foliage and blossoms are resistant to conditions of high heat and bright light. A petal from this plant placed under the adventurer's tongue will provide protection from the heat and fire of the lava pits and thermal streams around Dagoth Ur. Oh, well, that's good to know, because we're going to face him at some point, I assume. Dragon's Tongue, a common name for a fern-like herb found in Black Marsh, is especially prolific around the area of the Ultherus Swamp. It's a beautiful wildflower whose name comes from the fire-red fronds that protect its golden efflorescence. As pretty as it is, however, it is a deadly poison to most living beings and needs to be avoided by adventurers, especially unprotected ones, as it's lethal to the touch. It's said, however, that Argonians can handle the plant and use the sap derived from its roots to enhance their endurance. Okay, we're halfway through. Domica redwort is a herb grown by many residents of Valenwood for their beautiful and showy flowers. They attain a height of about 3 feet and sport feathery leaves. The flowers are usually bright red. In addition to their beauty, they are said to have the magical ability of enhancing the appearance of anyone who carries or wears one of the blooms. Ironwood nut is a hard-shelled fruit that comes from the ironwood trees grown deep in the forests of Skyrim. That's odd, because I don't remember that ever being mentioned in Skyrim. The wood of these trees is hard as the metal after which it is named. The very rare black variety of ironwood is said to produce a nut which is very succulent and believed to greaten the strength of the adventurer who is able to crack its shell and partake of it. The ginkgo leaves, which are found along the banks of the rivers and lakes in Hammerfell, are most inconspicuous, only their peculiar half-moon shape making them noticeable. The edible foliage is very sweet and quite tasty. Legend has it that when mixed properly with the pulp of the aloe plant, the resulting concoction has the ability of increasing one's stamina for a short while. The Somnalius fern can be found in the swamps of Black Marsh. The fronds of this plant are light green and quite delicate. Picking a frond can be quite difficult, as they usually crumble to the touch, but once retrieved it can be used to put an enemy to sleep for a short while by passing it under his nose. Arrowroot is a thick, rubbery tuber that can be found in the province of Valenwood. The plant is quite difficult to find, as its above-ground foliage is very meagre and scrawny, but the root itself can be most beneficial to the gatherer as it has magical properties. The paste made from grinding the root is quite wholesome and can improve the user's accuracy with a bow and arrow or other missile weapon. Nightshade is reputed to be a very poisonous herb. However, the variety found in many parts of elsewhere is cherished by Khajiits who have taken up careers in thievery. Many Khajiits will tuck a piece of nightshade inside their armor to increase their abilities to skulk, hide, and become invisible. Okay, botany class is over. Well, yeah, we can defo drop that as well. What about this one? Origin of the Mages Guild. I don't think we've read this one. I mean, I'm kind of in a reedy mood now. And the one we read last time was like 30 pages. That last one was 9. So I feel like yeah. I don't actually know what this is going to be. I don't know this. So this is new lore to me as well. Origin of the Mages Guild by the Archmage Salath. The idea of a collection of mages, sorcerers, and assorted mystics pooling their resources and talents for the purpose of research and public charity was a revolutionary concept in the early years of the Second Era. The only organisation then closest in aim and structure to what we know today as the Mages Guild was the Sigic Order of the Isle of Artaeum. They cropped up in the Mages, the College of Winterhold questline in Skyrim, with the Eye of Magnus. At the time, magic was something to be learnt by individuals, or at most within intimate covens. Mages were, if not actually hermits, usually quite solitary. The Sigic Order served the rulers of Somerset Isle as counsellors and chose its members through a complex, ritualised method not understood by outsiders. Its purposes and goals likewise went unpublished, and detractors attributed the worst evils as the source of the Order's power. Actually, the religion of the Old Order could be described as ancestor worship, an increasingly unfashionable philosophy in the Second Era. When Vanus Galerion, a Sigic of Artaeum and student of the famed Iacasis, began collecting magic users from around Somerset Isle, he attracted the animosity of all. He was operating out of the urban centre of Firsthold, and there was a common and not entirely unfounded attitude that magical experiments should only be conducted in unpopulated areas. Even more shocking, Galerion proposed to make magical items, potions, and even spells available to any member of the general public who could afford to pay. No longer was magic to be limited either to the aristocracy or intelligentsia. Galerion was brought before Iacasis and the king of Firsthold, Rylis XII, and made to state the intentions of the fraternity he was forming. The fact that Galerion's speech to Rylis and Iacasis was not recorded for posterity is doubtless a tragedy, though it does afford opportunity for historians to amuse one another with speculation about the lies and persuasions Galerion might have used to found the ubiquitous organisation. I've heard the word ubiquitous. What does that mean? An adjective describing something that seems to be everywhere, widespread, or constantly encountered. Okay. Where were we? To found the ubiquitous organisation. Oh, because the Mages Guild's everywhere. Okay. The charter, at any rate, was approved. Almost immediately after the guild was formed, the question of security had to be addressed. The Isle of Artaeum did not require force of arms to shield it from invaders. When the Sigic Order does not wish someone to land on the Isle, it and all its inhabitants simply become insubstantial. The new Mages Guild, by contrast, had to hire guards. Galerion discovered what the Tamriellan nobility has known for thousands of years. Money alone does not buy loyalty. The knightly Order of the Lamp was formed the following year. Like a tree from an acorn, the Mages Guild grew branches all over Somerset Isle and gradually the mainland of Tamriel. There are numerous records of superstitious or sensibly fearful rulers forbidding the guild in their domains, but their heirs or heirs' heirs eventually recognised the wisdom of allowing the guild free rein. The Mages Guild has become a powerful force in Tamriel, A dangerous foe if a somewhat disinterested ally. There have been only a few rare incidents of the Mages Guild actually becoming involved in local political struggles. On these occasions, the Guild's participation has been the ultimate decider in the conflict. As begun by Vanus Galerion, the Mages Guild as an institution is presided over by a supreme council of 6 archmagisters. Each guild hall is run by a guild magister, assisted by a twofold council, the Master of Incunubula and the Master at Arms. The Master of Incunubula presides over an additional council of 2 mages, the Master of Academia and the Master of the Scry. The Master at Arms also has a council of 2, Master of Initiates and the Palantius. The Palatinus, leader of the local chapter of the Order of the Lamp. One need not be a member of the Mages Guild to know that this carefully contrived hierarchy is often nothing more than a chimera. As Vanus Galerion himself said bitterly, leaving Tamriel to travel other lands, the guild has become nothing more than an intricate morass of political infighting. Okay, that's defo enough reading. But we can drop that off. That one we defo read. That's the one that was like 30 pages. God, my voice is going. Defo done with the reading of the documents, I think. Let's have a little snooze while we're here. Don't pass up the opportunity. Okay. Could probably drop that bow as well, quite honestly. Damage agility. Yeah, that's not great. From what I remember, these are the enchanted weapons. These are the enchanted weapons that are low tier. These are enchanted weapons that we could use if they weren't so heavy. So that one does a buttload of fire damage. These 2 glass swords are really good. One's shock, and that one is resist magic, so great for a mage. This is Cloud Cleaver, who we had, that's been our main weapon for a while, that we got from one of the few side quests we've done. That we found in the Shalaku place. Got a bunch of axes. Okay, I think we're good. Shall we save while we're here? Okay. Let's go Sadanin. Right, we got to go back to... was it Aldrune? Or Caldera? I think it was Aldrune. And then we can follow the directions we've been given, which I'm sure it's going to be a lot more complicated than it sounds. And it sounds complicated. You know, it is really bothering me that we don't have the same pauldrons. Like, really, we gotta go back. I mean, I guess we saved there, right? I didn't know I'd be reloading this soon. Right, it looks trashy. It looks intentional if they both match. Where did we put it down? I don't even remember where we got them from. But, yeah. Yeah, okay. Let's try that again, shall we? Well, I hope everyone's had a wonderful day. If you are just joining now, I hope you've had a wonderful day. My day's been, it's been okay. It's been all right. Got that. That light looks surprisingly cinematic in this game from 2002. That looks really quite impressive. Like, that's really... I think that might be the most impressive the graphics have been so far in Morrowind. It doesn't look it there, but... Sometimes I get used to this game being firmly from 2002. But every now and then it will surprise me with a mechanic or something that is as good. Oh, here we go. Oh, we've got an advert apparently. Okay, so I've just looked up, because I'm looking at, hang on, I'm assuming the advert's ended. If I swap back to Twitch. Oh no, now it... Oh no, the advert, oh no, the advert, oh no. The advert hadn't started. The advert's starting now. Okay. Shit. If you're watching on YouTube, then I don't think you get these adverts. If you're watching on Twitch, or I think on YouTube it might have adverts at some random points. I don't know. On Twitch, I now have this thing that will tell me when the ad's starting. Okay, and it should be over. Yeah, so I decided to look up what other games came out in 2002. For context, I was 5 years old in 2002. So I wasn't playing video games properly. Looking at this, apparently Age of Mythology came out in 2002. I played the hell out of that, but I played it way after 2002. And that looked pretty terrible from what I remember. Grand Theft Auto Vice City. I've only played GTA 5. I've never played the older ones. Legend of Zelda. Never played Legend of Zelda. Metroid Prime. Never played Metroid. Kingdom Hearts. Never played Kingdom Hearts. Splinter Cell. Never played Splinter Cell. Ratchet and Clank. I played Ratchet and Clank. Again, I don't think I would have played that in 2002. I would have played that in something more like 2005. And it would have been cheaper, which is why I would have played it. But there's something that I did play, because I remember I got it when it came out. It was the first game I ever got when it came out. Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire for the Game Boy Advance. Well, I had Pokemon Sapphire. That was the first video game I played. I've been back since to play Pokemon. And I didn't know how to name the Pokemon. I didn't know, let alone like type matchups and stuff like that. So we made zero progress. In fact, my main Pokemon, I will write its name in chat. It's not a word, it's not a name. It's just a sound that I guess 5-year-old me was like, oh yeah, that's good. So I remember, if I'm comparing this to I mean, I guess that's on a handheld. But Ratchet and Clank, that, from what I remember, that had some pretty cool visual stuff, but not, it was less about the engine and more about like cutscenes and animated bits and stuff. This is more like, it's just the world. Every now and then the lighting or the weather or something, it gets me, and I'm like, oh, I did not expect that to look so good. Legend of Zelda, I know so much about because it's fairly well known, right? And my tattoo, the person I've been for the most tattoos with was quite into Legend of Zelda, so she'd talk about it quite a bit. But I've never played them. The big one, the big recent one is, what was it, Breath of the Wild, that was on Nintendo Switch. The last Nintendo console I have is the original Wii. I got a 3DS during lockdown, like a pre-owned one, and I've modded it. So it's I can play, that's where I play Pokemon on, although I haven't for at least a year now. But I have some Zelda games on there that I've never played. So I don't know. I know there's Majora's Mask, the thing with the moon and the timed element. Just generic creature howling. Okay, hang on. And we are back. Yu-Gi-Oh! So I was into Pokemon clearly by the fact that my first video game was Pokemon. And I have a big folder somewhere with all my Pokemon cards. Never played a game of Pokemon cards. Don't even know how you play the game. But I loved Pokemon cards. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Was the other one. So the boys in my class were either like, they'd either have Pokemon cards or Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. I was Pokemon. I did have, I know there's the, what is it? Exodia, which is like the giant thing that's, I think, isn't there there's a card that's like the hand of Exodia, like the head of Exodia. And then you can put them together and summon him. And the blue-eyed white dragon, something like that. And I don't know what the dude's name is, Mr. Yu-Gi-Oh! With the awesome hair. Where do we go? But I remember, okay, I remember like the adverts on Cartoon Network or whatever the channel was. The adverts in the 2000s were awesome. So all the like the plastic toys and shit. And I remember you could get like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Thing that goes on your arm. And that always looked really cool. And then one of my friends like got one for Christmas, and it was this really shitty like bit of plastic. So in that moment, I was glad I went for Pokemon. But yeah, I have no idea how you actually play the game. I went once to I remember going to a Pokemon card tournament, but I didn't go to play. I just went to like to watch. In a shopping centre which is now closed down and been demolished. For me, it was more about the like, I don't know. I loved the Pokemon movies. I watched those a lot when I was a kid. So it was cool, and playing the game, the video game. So it was cool to have like something tangible. There was no like Funko figures or stuff like that. So it was cool to like, and you'd go to different countries and they'd have different Pokemon stuff, different Pokemon card packs and all that jazz with a little bit of artwork on there. I don't know. Now I get that from graphic novels, like artwork and the collecting aspect and all that jazz. And I guess it's like gambling, right? It's gambling for children, because you get the packs with what, I don't know, like 7 cards in. And then everyone had that friend whose dad knew a guy who like could get you any Pokemon cards you wanted. And in hindsight, that's because he's just printing it off on a bit of paper and cutting it out with scissors. But have I played Magic? That's I assume Magic the Gathering. I have not. I know. Oh, time is going. I know absolutely nothing about it. except a lot of people were into it.
Hello, Outlander.
I know there's been like video games of Magic the Gathering, the card game. But I don't know if there's... Because, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Had a show, and Pokemon, obviously, the Pokemon... Is that still being made? The animated Pokemon series with Ash Ketchum? Because he's been a kid. Like, he was a kid when I was his age, and he is still the same age. So, I don't know what's going on there. But, yeah, I don't know if Magic the Gathering has, like, a... Maybe it's books. Maybe it's like Warhammer. And it's not TV and movies. It's more books and bits like that. No, I don't know. But I know they still have quite often, I'll see a thing and it's like, oh yeah, we're doing a Magic tournament or something. Which always, for a brief second, I think, oh my god, it's finally happening. There's people, like there's wizards. Yes, finally. And then my rational brain kicks in and reminds me, no, they're just talking about a card game. There's not actual wizards. Don't get too excited, Joshua. Right, where are we going? So we are here in Seydanine. We've dropped all our stuff off. We have to go... Oh, it was the signpost. The Nissis Balmora Aldrune signpost. So I guess we'll go... Nissis? Yeah. Yeah, let's go Nissis. Oh, they have done an animated series of it. That's cool. That's probably the better way of doing it, right? Come up with the game first and then go more into it, rather than coming up with a series or a video game and then coming up with some completely separate. Because I think that's what I couldn't get my head around when I was a kid. Like, I'd play Pokemon on the Game Boy or the DS or whatever, where you have, 6 Pokemon, and you're trying to level them up and catch Pokemon in the tall grass and beat the gym leaders and all that jazz. But then you play the card game, and it's all about, like, energy cards and shit, and it's completely different. So I was then like, oh, well, I won't even bother learning. Did I swap that over? Yes. Let me start that again. Ah. A simplified version. That definitely makes sense. Let me do a little deep dive here. Bloody hell. It made $1 billion in 2022. That's... Geez, okay, so it is popular then. Crumbs. Players represent dueling wizards called planeswalkers. Each card a player draws from their deck represents a magical spell which can be used in battle. You get ones that are one-time effects, while creature artifact in... okay. Which you... okay. So I guess if you're playing the physical game, it's dependent on what cards you've bought. Hence the collecting aspect. But if it's a game, then I guess all the cards are in the game. It sounds very cool. It sounds it reminds me of Dungeons and Dragons. Like, in principle, I am the exact target market. I just, because I never got in, like, no one I knew was into it when I was growing up. It now seems... I don't want to say inaccessible, because that's not the right word. It seems like there's so much to it. Like Warhammer, right? And I can dip my toe in by watching a series based on D&D, or the D&D movie, or Stranger Things, or like play Warhammer, the Space Marine game, and watch some YouTube videos, but there's a long way between that and like being a dungeon master with like a group and all that jazz. I'd love to play D&D one day. I would probably be absolutely terrible, because I would just overanalyze everything. I'd think too much and not enjoy it. Morgan, is that where we're going? Morgan. Why does that sound familiar? Or is that... oh yeah, sugar. So we are looking... I mean, I guess we can go this way if we don't want to... Should we go Aldrune and then go from there? That's my vote. Okay. Give me 1 second, folks. And then we'll see if we can find our way to Narmak. We should be back. Let me check my notes. Go to Narmok at the Nissis Balmora Aldrune signpost. That's what we're looking for. Hang on. The Nissis... I feel like my hair and my hat are all fucked up right now. Nissis Balmora Aldrune. So Aldrune here, Balmora here, and Nissis here. So it's going to be a signpost with all three of them on. I do not know exactly where. We shall see. Ah, D&D sounds so much fun. I think because my instinct would be same as when we make a character in a game. We'd end up being some kind of stealthy archer with a bit of magic. I think I kind of want to go for something to encourage the no thinking, no getting stuck in an overthinking cycle. I'd go for like a like a I don't know what they'd be called, because I know it's all classes and established stuff in D&D. I'd go for like a two-handed warrior. Like, no thinking, just melee combat. I'm going to try going south, I think. Let's go this way. So, unfortunately, it could be anywhere on the road. I have no idea where. So when we find it, we're definitely going to save. Because then if we screw it... Oh. There's 3 things. No. Okay. Yeah, we got to go... I think we're going to have to go south. And it could be anywhere on this road. I'd guess somewhere that's like as close to equidistant as possible. Who's that? Oh, I think this is someone that, yeah, she wanted an escort somewhere. And I said, oh, we'll come and do that later. I think she had to go to Ghost Gate in like 2 days or something. 2 in-game days. And I was like, yeah, we got bigger fish to fry. We'll do that later. We seem to have circled back somewhat. Ooh, we gonna have some combat? No, I thought that cliff racer was coming for us there. I can hear it. What word would describe the sound it makes? Is it a caw? Or a... I don't know. A squawk? On the plus side, I don't think we've caught a single disease in tonight's stream. I am positively flabbergasted. Cannot believe that. Ooh, 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 ooh. This one, maybe? No, that's... Is that the one we came across earlier? I feel like we're doing loops here. Probably should have gone to... See, if we went Balmora then up, we'd have to go through Caldera. We'd have to go through Margan. And it's not... It's a signpost without Margan on it. Yeah, we're defo going the wrong way. Narmok. What did I write down? At the Nissis Balmora Aldrune signpost. I mean, we could go to Nissis and then down. See, I feel like if it was Nissis Aldrune, then it would be sort of here in the middle. But it's in between Nissis, Aldrune, and Balmora. Down here. So, does that mean it's going to be about there? So maybe, should we try going kind of west? Southwest. Which is actually exactly where this has taken us. Perfect. Here we have the Daedric Ruin. Where I don't remember the name, but I remember it's where we did the only soul trap we've done so far. And got our constant enchant thing. The bloody amulet. There we go. Okay. I don't really want to be off-roading, is the main issue. I feel like if we get to Caldera, we've gone too far, because then it would be a signpost with Caldera on it. Maybe... Let me... I think I'm just going to go as the crow flies. I think I'm taking too much stock in the directions from strange Morrowind citizens. I think, like, shit, it's on the map. We know that's where we gotta go. I don't know necessarily how we're gonna get there, but as long as we head east on the map, not east, shit, that wouldn't get us there. West on the map, we will end up in the right place, I think. Any bits that are too steep, we can just use levitate, like here. Granted, it makes us very slow. I don't know if that's maybe because we haven't made this levitation spell. It's the first one we bought. Maybe if we made one that was like had a higher cost, maybe we wouldn't be slowed down as much. I don't know. Because I heard people talk about levitation in this game as if it was like flight. And I'm sure maybe that's an over-exaggeration, but what we're doing right now is nowhere near flight. I think we made it over though, so that's something. Say hi to Ratatouille. Yeah, west. Just keep going west. Oh, we will take if we can. There we go. We will defo take that. I can hear the sound of wildlife. I don't know where it's coming from though. So we're just gonna keep on trucking. Keep on heading west. That was the sound of... Was that the cliff racer sound? I don't know. Oh, loading area. Ooh, well, we have a signpost down there. I don't know, is that the one we're looking for? Caldera... Right, well, Nissus was one of them. Aldrune was the other. No Balmora. So I'm thinking that was not the right one. Margan, Aldrune. Yeah, so that's going back. In that case, we got to go that way. That's our only choice. It's getting dark though, so we should probably rest. Because if it's tough finding our way in the daylight, it's going to be nigh impossible in the darkness. Still feel like we're headed probably in the right direction. I don't know. Ooh, we've got another signpost. Is this the one we're looking for? Margan Back Road, Nissus, well that's one of them. Aldrune, that's the other one. Balmora? No. Oh, oh, shit. I think this might be the one we're looking for. Because it's got all of the 3 places mentioned. That didn't work, did it? Might not be long enough. Let's go one more. I think it might be this one. I was expecting, when it said the Nissis Balmora Aldrune signpost, I thought we were looking for one that only had those. But I think it might be one that has... It's not just those. I think this might be it. I'm going to do a save. Where's our on the road again? Here we go. The road goes ever on and on. Lord of the Rings reference. Let's go... Well, west seems like it's the right direction on the map. This says, at the signpost, go south. That way. Then west on the side road to Drylene's cottage. So I get, oh, no, it looks like there's a person over there. So if we now don't come across the side road, we know we're on the wrong track. Town bosses. So I think we're good to do this. This is not... all I check that it's not like a faction quest or something that we're going to spoil. So I think we're good to do this. Hey, you're not one of them town bots. How about you help me, huh? I'll give you a present. Yeah, a present. A good one, too. Really. Smart guy like me not tried to cheat brave hero like you. Come on. A little of this, a little of that. Okay, well, this sounds super shady, but if you need help, sure. You want to help? Sure you do, good friend. Look, those guys in Caldera think I did something bad, so they're looking for me. I'm too smart for them, though. I can hide real good. Not that good, we saw you from the road. My friend can help me. Maybe you bring her a note for me. I can give you a present, really. Okay. Good, good. I guess you know how those town bosses can be too. Mean, mean. Good thing I'm smarter than them. You take the note to Bashuk Rabat in Caldera. She's a good friend of Bugroll. She helped me out. You're okay by me. Okay, well, goodbye, sir. I guess we can add that to the list of side quests that we've been given. Can I say as well, it is so nice that we're now at a point where we can actually hit things when we swing at them. Although it seems to have gone very quickly from hitting none of the time to hitting every time. There seems to be a lot less variation in that. It's gone from like basically never hitting to the point that it was frustrating to hitting every time to the point that you forget you ever didn't. Oh shit, we're at Caldera. Well, if we're literally here in Caldera, then we'll go deliver that thing. This is... we defo went the wrong way. Narmot, yeah. Caldera Mining Company. We haven't been there, I don't think. Mining Company. What is this? Avatar Frontiers of Pandora? No. Let's focus, shall we? Okay. Narmok. We've definitely got turned around. I hate to say it. It does still look like we're heading in vaguely the right direction, though. But now we're going away from Caldera. So if we're in Caldera, then I'll sell something. Because I think it was Caldera that has the vendor with all the gold. So we can sell expensive stuff that we normally couldn't. If/when we finally get there, that is. It looks, on the map it looks like we're literally on top of it. But I am, oh, here we go. Here we go. Caldera, Aldra, yeah. I don't know where the signpost is that we're looking for then. I don't know. I don't remember the name of the person we're supposed to deliver that note to. Shall we see if there's any new robes? Because that would be cool. I somehow doubt it, but... So we could go... How's that? Can we have a skirt and a robe, or is it one or the other? I get the feeling it's probably one or the other, right? I don't know. Oh, yeah. Although, I mean, I think we have it equipped, weirdly. We have both, but only the skirt shows. Yeah. Purchasing, no. I will sell you back the thing we just bought, though. We have lost money on it, but... I think that's another... I've definitely written that guy's name down in the notes somewhere. Yeah. Aita Wavebreaker had 2 family heirlooms stolen by Khajiit Drozir east of Caldera. Right, well, let me update that. And we'll say... Caves east of town on the other side of the hills. Yet another side quest that we can do at some point. Oh, now my phone's deciding not to... Okay. Are we back? Why is my phone having a wobble? There we go. What was their name? How on earth do we say that? It's way too late for me to pronounce this right. Falanamo. Well, we definitely got turned around because we should not have ended up at Caldera following the route we were supposed to be. I don't know where we went wrong, really. What was the name of the person we got to take that note to? Or did I not write? I don't think I wrote that down. Bashuk Grabat, if we come across them. Which I don't think we are. So, hello, my little friend. What can we tempt you with today? Oh, we could... I know what we could do. Could get rid of that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. That one, that one. That one, that one. Shit, that's worth too much. Cannot afford it. No, my dude, I'm... Or do we have to... Okay. I mean, we might as well do it for the 5 grand. There we go. Okay. Okay. I am going to have to go relatively soon, I'm afraid, folks. Because this silly sausage started later, yet again. It's always annoying because I just get like super into it. And then I'm like, oh, hang on, the sun's up. I need to go. And I love the long streams so much more. I 100% could tell. I've now got clips from the nearly 8-hour Dark Souls stream from a week or so ago, and I could tell, looking at myself and hearing myself, that I was less in my head. I was more present. I was more engaged. And then we actually make big chunks of progress. Wow. Do we stay on the same path, like headed vaguely west, kind of hoping for the best? I don't know. Could we maybe come out the other side of Caldera? I don't know. Oh, actually, yeah, I think we can. Yes. This should be the right direction. Where's this person off to? Keel Rayner. Nope. So one of the 3 clips I've posted today on YouTube has just hit 1,000 views. We haven't had... I went through... there was about a month where I reliably got over 1,000 views on every YouTube short. And then we haven't had one that's hit 1,000 in... I want to say like 2 weeks. So thank you if any of the people that watched that clip happened to, I guess, click on my profile and watch the stream at any point. Or I guess at this point, because this is when I'm talking about it. If you are one of those people, thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. I've spoken about it before. The stats and bits like that, it can be incredibly depressing. Because you start equating that with how good you're doing, and it's very... If you start focusing on the numbers, it's very easy to feel beaten and insignificant, and like there's no point. But when I hit a milestone like that, it's like empirical proof that you've done at least one thing right on the platform. So I appreciate it very, very, very much. I love streaming, which I never thought I would. I get super anxious, but I have a really good time, and I find it very helpful having somewhere to vent and talk about stuff that I don't talk to anyone about. So that's my aim. My aim is not to get 1 million subscribers and £1 million. Both of those things would be lovely, but that's not why I'm doing this. But I think having that mindset and that aim, it means that when good stuff does happen, when we get a raid and we have like 10 viewers or something, or when we hit like 50 followers on Twitch or 100 subscribers on YouTube, I'm not expecting those things. So if/when stuff like that does happen, I see it more as like an awesome bonus rather than something I've been like, I've put the time into, so I should deserve it. Because then I guess if you think like that, then you probably wouldn't be happy with 1 million subscribers. You'd hit 1 million and you'd be like, well, shit, now why is it taking us this long? How long is it going to take us to get to 10 million? I don't know. Champagne problems, to some extent, I guess. I would imagine. Caldit, Balmora, Aldrun, and Nessus. Maybe is that? I mean, it looks like that's maybe a side road, which from what I remember is what the directions said. Go south. And then west on a side road. I mean, that... If we're looking at these three, I'd guess that's maybe a side road. I don't know. And we're looking for... I don't know what's making that sound. We're looking for some kind of cottage. Oh, it's one of the leeches. Ooh. Oh, and we got a Nyx hound over here. I can't believe that we haven't caught a single disease tonight. I am shocked. I think this might be the first Morrowind stream that hasn't ended in us being incredibly diseased by something. Normally, we have at least one disease, at least one blight disease, and probably we'd get poisoned as well. So far, we've had none of that. Sugar, where do we go now? We'll deal with the Nyx hound. we are yet to see, unless we missed the cottage. Drylene's cottage, I think it's called. Oh, what do we have here? Get rid of the cliff racer, shall we? Okay. So, I mean, this is really cool, seeing these when they're not hostile. I don't think we've ever done this yet. How come they're not hostile? They look really cute when they're not trying to eat us. Like, don't you just want to give them a chin rub? Aww. They'll nuzzle the forehead. They're giving off cat energy. Telvain Ancestral Tomb. That I think would defo the wrong way. Okay, we should be back. I really am going to have to go soon. This is cute, though. Look, they're even purring. Oh, what a pair of absolute cuties. Where do we go now, then, folks? Times like this that having a draw distance more than about 10 feet in front of us, that will be super helpful. And we got all these roads. Oh, is that a silt strider up there? I don't know. Oh, we've got more. Are these all non-hostile too? Ah. Ah. Oh. Oh shit. That's I wrote down Drylene, but Drewline, I mean, is that the person we're looking? I feel like this is maybe. I thought it was a cottage. I distinctly remember writing down the word cottage. And this is a shack. Actually, did it say hut or shack? I don't remember. I think we found it. So I'm gonna do a save here, I think. Okay, I'm gonna end it there, folks. We'll be back streaming tomorrow, yet again. And I'll be posting clips throughout the day again. If you'd like to choose what game we play for tomorrow's stream, if you're in the mood for a particular genre, something spooky, something story-based, something dialogue-heavy, something cinematic, whatever it might be, or you want to see us continue the story of one of the games we've played, maybe return to something like Red Dead 2 or Outlast 2, see if we can make some progress, whatever it might be. Just leave a comment on one of the clips and I'll see it, and I'll make your dreams come true. Otherwise, I'll try and make my own mind up, and hopefully we'll be starting tomorrow's stream early. I really hope so. But thank you so much from the bottom of my heart to anyone and everyone that stopped by and checked out tonight's stream. It really means the absolute world to me. And it's really cool experiencing this game for the first time and sharing it. I know it's not new to everyone, but it's completely new to me, and me playing it is new to you, even if you've played the game before. But thank you so much. Take the absolute maximum amount of care possible. And don't you dare go hollow. Don't you dare go hollow. I don't know what I'd do without you. Might sound silly, but I need you. So please don't go hollow.